leaving the film almost entirely in his hands.
Whoops.
Forgetting that the studio intervening was what made Batman a success. Denise Denovi, the head of his production company at the time, and Burton became the film's producers. The first film's producers, John Peters and Peter Guber, became executive producers, joining Benjamin Melniker and Michael E. Uslan. Dissatisfied with the Ham script, Burton commissioned a rewrite from Waters. Burton immediately had no interest in giving Warner another summer blockbuster. No shit.
Why would
that
you
they had
want
wanted.
a big budget superhero movie?
With a feel good. He didn't want it with a feel good ending. Instead, he wanted to make a film that had little to do with the original. Success! You did it! His take, as he says, is a social satire that had an evil mogul backing a bid for the mayor's office by the Penguin. I wanted to show that the true villains around the world don't necessarily wear costumes. So his dark, gritty movie wanted the Penguin running for mayor. The subplot of the Penguin running for mayor may have come from the 1960s TV episode His Honor the Penguin and Dishonor the Penguin.
No,
yeah,
it didn't.
They did that.
No, I'm saying it didn't because he never watched Batman. He wouldn't know.
But, what's his nuts? Waters may have.
Maybe, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yep. Or Sam Hamm, for that matter.
Yep.
Waters
I'll give you the writers, for sure.
And they're the ones who would have put that.
Yeah, fair
Waters wrote a total of 5 drafts.
Jesus.
Yeah. The first draft was intended to be a direct sequel to the previous Batman. As a result, subplots and continuity from the first film that would have been addressed included gift shop selling fragments of the destroyed Batwing, which would have been cool, further revelations to the past of the now-deceased Joker, and even Bruce Wayne proposing to Vicky Vale by the end of the film. However, Tim Burton was uncomfortable in making a direct sequel, and as a result, the script was rewritten. I want to see, just based on that paragraph, I want to see that movie more than I wanted to see this. Just saying.
Yep.
Harvey Dent appeared in the early drafts of the script, but was deleted. His disfigured appearance of Two-Face would have appeared in the climax when Catwoman kisses him with a taser to the face, which was replaced with Max Schreck. Waters said Sam Hamm definitely planned that. I flirted with it, having Harvey start to come back and have one scene of him where he flips a coin, and it's a good side of the coin, deciding not to do anything, so you had to wait for the next movie. Why didn't we get that?
I mean, we did get Two-Face in the next movie.
Did we, though?
In name only.
We'll get there. In early scripts...
The other guy was good, though.
Yeah. In early scripts, Max Schreck was the golden boy of the Cobblepot family, whereas the Penguin was the deformed outsider. It turned out that Schreck would have been Penguin's long-lost brother, which would have worked.
Yeah.
Although, ironically, Max Schreck is what the Penguin is in the comics, but whatever. Cool.
He kind of is.
Cool, bro. Robin appeared in the script, but was deleted because Waters felt the film had too many characters. It did. Waters called Robin the most worthless character in the world, especially with Batman as the loner of loners. Robin started out as a juvenile gang leader who becomes an ally to Batman. Robin was later changed to a black teenage garage mechanic. Waters explained he's wearing the old-fashioned garage mechanic uniform, and it has an R on it. He drives the Batmobile, which I noticed they used in the third film. Marlon Wayans was cast and signed on for a sequel. The actor had attended a wardrobe fitting, but it was decided to save the character for a third installment.
How young was Marlon Wayans in 92?
Younger than Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would have been... Well, he wouldn't have been a great fit, because he was still a little too old.
Like, the way they're describing it, the kid's like 17 or whatever.
We'll get to that when we talk about Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Jesus. Getting ahead of myself because I've already done the notes for Batman Forever. The script that Burton agreed to initially from Waters, according to the book Batman... I wrote the name wrong because I was reading the book myself. It's actually the Batman Filmography. Was supposedly extremely dark and full of cruelty to children and animals, remorseless murder, and kinky sexual imagery. That it's shocking Warner's even agreed to do it. But Burton liked the script, so they greenlit it. Even Tim agreed that it needed lightening up, but only slightly, as a lot of that stuff is still in the final film. Because it's a family picture. Burton hired Wesley Strick to do an uncredited rewrite. That motherfucker. Strick recalled, when I was hired to write Batman Returns, the big problem of the script was the Penguin's lack of a master plan. They were given free rein and told they didn't have to worry about the comic book continuity at all with regards to the villains.
Comic books?
Shit.
What comic books?
Yeah.
Comic books, schmomic books, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Warner Brothers presented Strick with a warming or freezing Gotham City subplot that would later be used in Batman and Robin. We're going. Strick gained inspiration from a Moses parallel that had the Penguin killing the firstborn sons of Gotham, a similar notion that was used when the Penguin's parents threw him in the river as a baby. Now, the reason I shit on Wesley Strick is a personal one completely. The man wrote the remake to A Nightmare on Elm Street, a film I do not like to talk about. So, fuck that guy. Just saying.
And if you're a fan of the show, you know how Steve feels about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm. Go back to our other episodes where I slovenly heap nothing but love and praise on all of them.
Yes, all of them.
Mm-hmm. All of them, yes. I am that guy. There is a guy who will overlook stupidity for the sake of a character he loves. Michael Keaton returned with a significant increase to his salary to $10 million. That would work if I could even find out the information of what he made for the first one. But,
$7.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it was more. I don't know. Danny DeVito's casting, Waters explained, I kind of knew that DeVito was going to play the Penguin. We didn't really...
You're 2 feet tall, right?
We didn't really officially cast it. But for a short, nasty little guy, it's a short list. I ended up writing the character for Danny DeVito. Yeah. No shit. There are other things around that basically this kind of summed it up. But yeah, when they were considering putting the Penguin in the movie, all anyone said was it's Danny DeVito. So whatever, he could have asked for the sun, the moon, and the stars. He would have played the character. So Danny DeVito was advised by friend Jack Nicholson to take the role of the Penguin. No shit.
Remember to take her percentage.
Which I don't think he did, unfortunately.
Ah, Danny.
Danny, well, he wasn't big enough to do that. He was fucking... Good night, everybody. I'm done. I'm done here. We're out. So...
We have fun here.
You know how we always do that fun, like, alternate universe casting thing?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see this movie now, and I will actually take away the character if this could happen. Singer David Bowie, who had been previously considered to play the Joker in Batman, was the first choice for the part of Max Schreck before Christopher Walken was cast. Bowie turned down the role in the favor of one in Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me.
Which he was in a scene, by the way.
Yeah, he could have done both.
And did a somewhat terrible American accent, but...
Which is amazing, because I love David Bowie, and I will not say anything negative about David Bowie. You will not hear me do this.
And listen, I mean, I don't know if that was Thin White Duke David Bowie. I forget. No, that was 70s, right?
Yeah.
But, again, I'm not going to rag on him.
Yeah.
Although he's good in The Passion of the Christ, though. Not The Passion of the Christ, sorry. Last Temptation. Last Temptation of Christ, sorry.
Sorry, that's why I laughed. I was going to correct you, but I'm like, no, let's leave that one there.
No, Last Temptation.
I wanted to leave that there, because like, that would be amazing. Like, was he one of the guys whipping fucking the dude?
No. Last Temptation.
Oh,
although that movie, we might get to that. I don't know.
Yeah. He was very good, but it was a really hard watch, was The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yeah.
He was good in it, but Jesus, is that a long movie. According to casting director Marion Doherty, Burton was reportedly uncomfortable with casting Christopher Walken as Max Schreck. When he asked him why, he said, because the man scares the hell out of me. However, he must have liked him because Walken was cast again in Sleepy Hollow. He was also cast to play Brainiac in the aborted Superman Lives pilot.
Although he doesn't speak in Sleepy Hollow.
No, but... And how do you get Christopher Walken and not have him speak? Seriously? Because that's all that matters with Christopher Walken is that damn voice.
So... I'm going to be in a movie, and you don't want me to speak?
See, I'm not going to do that because I'm the only person who can't do a good one. Mine is so fucking terrible.
Tim, Bubby.
What are you doing, fucking Ellis now?
He strikes me as someone who calls someone
I think he calls people baby, actually.
Baby? Yeah. He's in New York, that's why. Yeah. It's in New York.
It's
crazy.
I literally was about to do it, but I'm like, I'm not fucking doing
that. Batman! He didn't do it once! He said Batman once, and he didn't do, like, the full walk-in.
He kind of did, because we had it in the intro. It was like, why are you dressed as Batman? Like, it was this angry, like,
He said Bruce more than Batman.
Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
Bruce. That's as
baby
best as I'm ever getting. Burgess Meredith, who portrayed the Penguin in 1960s TV series Batman.
The fuck he did. Mm-hmm. One of the him or Frank Gorshin?
It's Frank Gorshin all the way. We'll talk about that next week. He was cast for a little cameo as Tucker Cobblepot, Penguin's father, but an illness prevented him from it, and that role was taken by Paul Rubens, a role he sort of reprised on the TV series Gotham, playing Oswald Cobblepot's father. The weirder part about this is this took place, the filming of this, right after Rubens got arrested in Florida. And if you know why he got arrested, it is utter nonsense.
Yeah,
he got okay. If you don't know, he got arrested for jerking off in a porno theater.
Which
I would think you should get arrested if you're not jerking off in a porno theater. Because what are you there for? To appreciate the fine film? No, you're there to jerk off. Come on.
It's kind of weird to have a theater like that, but no,
yeah,
jerking off.
Yeah, like
we're going to show hardcore pornography, but none of you perverts jerk off.
The weird thing about it that I've always found is in the 90s specifically, because this happened in the 90s, is like, we had videotapes, guys.
I know.
Like,
and you have money. You can go...
you can get anything you
want.
want.
Come on, Pee-wee, rent all the porn you want.
Yeah,
buddy.
I don't know. Maybe it was just being Paul Rubens, being like the...
What do you think gave him away? Do you think it was...
I don't want to go to jail. See, I can do that better than I could ever fucking do.
Come on. The image of them pulling Pee-wee fucking Herman out of a porn theater.
Only if he's wearing the suit.
I got one phone call. I'm calling Curtis. Calling Cowboy. No. And then Lawrence Fishburne shows up in Cowboy. I'm just...
Okay, if we ever make a movie, we're making the Paul Rubens story the way we want to make it, is all I'm saying. Because if you can get Larry Fishburne to show up in full fucking Cowboy Curtis gear... Because, by the way...
Can you grow the Jerry curls again, Lawrence?
He was not on Pee-wee's Playhouse by this point, by the way.
No, of course
Cowboy
not.
Curtis had fucked off after year one, so...
Because Lawrence Fishburne looked at himself in a goddamn mirror and go, what are you fucking doing, Larry?
No, he didn't.
What are you doing with your life?
But... It's hard to go any further than the Pee-wee Herman thing. I'm not kidding. It's so fucking difficult. Yeah, but I mean, it's just weird that he was actually... This was the only...
Would that have been controversial then? Like, oh no, you put him in a movie? Like, even if it's like a...
No, because nobody knew who he was.
Okay, fair.
Nobody could tell.
Because he had the pencil.
He had the mustache and all that. You would never have told, because at that point in time, you never saw Paul Rubens outside of Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Because he did this, and then he did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, which we'll fucking definitely get there.
And then he didn't touch anything else.
And then he pretty much was like...
Mystery Man.
Yeah, he was pretty much like, you know what? People are not letting me up, because he was a kid's entertainer.
Yeah,
so they're like, this is not cool. Ironically, Pee-wee Herman as a character was created as an adult, as an adult performer. Like, the idea was the stage
because that
show...
show's fucking terrifying.
The stage show was... The original stage show of Pee-wee Herman was... adult as fuck. Like, he was literally, like, there was a moment where one of the girls, I can't remember their names because I haven't seen the show in forever, he literally had mirrors on his fucking shoes so he could look up her dress. It was not meant for kids. Somebody saw it, because it was an HBO thing.
Right.
And somebody saw it and went, we could turn this into a kid's show, and then he became a kid's entertainer.
Like if Tim Burton and John Waters had a baby idea, and...
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what Pee-wee's Big Adventure became. We'll get there. But anyway... I guess I should have left all that for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but whatever.
It's fine.
We'll move on. You know I love these alternate castings. For Catwoman, they wanted Susan Sarandon, Meryl Streep, Brooke Shields, Demi Moore, Nicole Kidman, we'll get there, Jodie Foster, Gina Davis, Sigourney Weaver, Lana Olin, Madonna, Raquel Welch, Cher, Ellen Barkin, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Lorraine Bracco, Bridget Fonda, Jennifer Beals, they were all considered. That's a lot of fucking people. Are you
female in Hollywood? You too can be Catwoman.
Pretty fucking much.
Except for you, Betty White, you're too old.
That's probably very accurate.
I think that might be the only name you didn't mention.
I think it might be. Except for this one. Annette Bening was cast as Catwoman based off the strength of her performance in The Grifters, which devastated Michelle Pfeiffer, who was turned down to play Vicky Vale in the original and was dating Michael Keaton at the time. You'd think if you...
Come on!
The one way you can get the job is, I'm fucking Batman! You know, you'd think.
I can't be his girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about Catwoman? No!
I
mean, I'd ask whose dick do you gotta suck around here,
but I thought Batman's was good enough! God damn it! Bening had to drop out due to the film due to her becoming pregnant.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Burton was unfamiliar with Michelle Pfeiffer's work when